Hey everyone, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new to the channel. I am sharing with you our 4th of July vlog. It was slightly lame and pouring down rain for the most part of the day, but I thought I would take you along on our day anyway. I'm also going to be sharing with you Sydney's hairstyle. So most of you voted over on Instagram to do separate Instagram reels for Sydney's hairstyles. So I will be sharing them in Instagram reels as well as YouTube shorts, but I also wanted to share this style here that we did for 4th of July. And I'm not the best at hair. I'm not the best at explaining what I'm doing, so I hope you can at least visualize what I am doing. Sydney picked out this hairstyle. I showed her a few different ideas that I wanted to do, and she picked this one out. So the first thing I did was start parting her hair in half as if I was doing 2 pigtails, and I stopped at the top of her head, and then I brought a line from about the top of her ears all the way across and split it into 2 little pigtails. So I'm having her hold the first pigtail, and then I am gathering the rest of her hair at the bottom here in a ponytail, because essentially we are doing just 2 pigtail French braids at the very top of her hair, and we're turning them into buns. Very simple concept of doing hair. If you know how to French braid, then you can totally do this. If you don't know how to French braid, you're gonna have to look that up, because I'm very, very, very bad at explaining it. Essentially, it's like braiding, except for gathering the hair on the side into the sections as you go. Now, Sydney has fine curly hair and just baby hairs at the very top, so I'm still learning how to kind of do her hair. One of my biggest helpers is this, I think it's called like a rat tail comb or something, that really thin comb that can make precise lines. That has helped so much. I will link the pack that I got on Amazon down below if you can't find any at your local store. They're pretty much everywhere. And then also a squirt bottle of water sometimes to tame the baby hairs. And also she does have 2 cowlicks in the center of her head. So challenging all around for someone who's not very good at doing hair, but I am learning and having so much fun doing it. I've just dreamed of doing my little girl's hair when she finally wants me to do it. So I decided to finish braiding down the rest of the ponytail versus leaving it and stopping it right after the French braid ended, because I wanted the look of having the braid over the bun and just kind of having it be like an extra little decorational piece there. And so I went ahead and did the same on both sides of her head, and used these little elastics to stop the braid at the very bottom. After I finished those 2 separate French braids, I went ahead and took her ponytail out and all of that hair that was gathered. So I took that down, and I'm splitting it into 2 sections as if I am doing pigtail buns. and following that very top line again with that comb. It's so simple to do. And I love doing pigtail buns on Sydney, and I have ever since she was little, and Sydney actually requests pigtail buns all the time when I am doing her hair. So I am gathering all of that hair, including the braid, into a ponytail, and I'm making sure the braid kind of stays in the center and just wrapping that into a bun, and I'm stopping before I gather all of the hair. Now, Sydney's hair is naturally curly, so I do leave that kind of tail out and it curls up naturally, and I think it looks so cute that way. But if your child has longer hair, you can make it whatever bun that you prefer, wrap it around the elastic, tuck it in with some bobby pins. You know, the world is your oyster here, but that is all I did. And then I fluffed out, kind of fanned out each bun in the center, and Sydney ended up picking out bows. Because it was 4th of July, she picked one red one and one baby blue one. So cute. I absolutely loved the way that this style turned out, and Sydney did too. She was admiring it in the mirror. All right, ready, Freddie?
Yeah.
Go, go, go. Hey guys, welcome back. What is up? We are off to sailing. Hopefully, just hopefully this rain stops at some point. I think the next couple of days we're gonna have a break in the rain for literally like 2 days, and then back to it. Oh my word, it's just been so brutal. Anyway, we are heading off to sailing. This week she's doing later in the afternoon. Today happens to be 4th of July as well, so hence the 4th of July outfit Sydney has going on. I have not gotten myself together other than actually putting on makeup, which makes me feel really good though, because it's been so long since I've actually put on a face of makeup. I almost feel like a whole new human. Anyway, so we're heading off to sailing lessons, heading back home, gonna scarf down something for dinner, and then hopefully they still have fireworks. I think the rain is going to subside soon, so yeah, that is what we are doing on this 4th of July. Smells like the ocean, doesn't it? I just dropped Sydney off at what should have been her sailing class, and they cannot go out sailing because it's just continuing to rain. The boats are filled with water. So they had to make a quick pivot, and they're gonna do some arts and crafts, and they're gonna do something with the kids. We had a couple of pretty bummed out kids about not being on the water sailing in a boat, but the next couple of days look like hopefully no rain. I'm really trying to go with the flow and not be bummed out about all of these rainy days, but it's, as someone who's affected by the weather and who has seasonal depression, it truly has been really hard to kind of get myself together and motivated and plan things to do, just because, you know, I get it. If you guys live where there's a drought or you don't ever see rain, it's so nice to have a rainy day, but when you have 2 months of rainy days, yeah, it's a lot. We're gonna go with the flow. We're gonna have a good day. Sydney's hopefully gonna have fun in her art class, or whatever they do. The instructors were so sorry, but what are we gonna do about it? You know, it's not their fault. it's just how it goes. So I'm gonna hang out here in my car while Sydney does her class, and then piece back home, monitor the fireworks situation, and then make a pivot if we need to make a pivot and make like a dinner, a yummy dinner or something. Anyway, Sydney did have a really fun night last night. She had a movie night with one of her friends. It's a situation where we can, you know, drop the kids off for a movie night, and it was with one of her friends from her class. So she was super stoked about that. I was up a little bit later, like on a sugar high and like adrenaline high, and so just so excited. So she's been having a blast despite the weather. It doesn't take a whole lot to please kids at this age, and luckily Sydney is one of those kids who can go with the flow. I know a lot of kids like need that routine and kind of need that expectation. So I totally feel for the parents of, you know, children who totally, like, I get it. I'm not really one who goes with the flow very often, so I totally empathize with them. I'm gonna get a close-up of her goodies. All right, so we pivoted. They had art class.
I said
and they got all kinds of goodies. So a couple sunglasses, flags, necklaces. She's covered in paint. Let's see your, yeah. Did you have fun though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So much for the bath you just took today, right?
Mm-hmm. It's coming off.
It is coming off. There we go. Am I hurting your leg at all, or is it okay?
It's okay. It's a little ticklish.
Ticklish? You got more on you here, kid.
I just have to turn your hands in. Also, just have to move it.
Scrub, scrub, scrub.
It's coming off.
There you go.
It's off.
So we quickly stopped. I had to get gas. I wanted to do that just in case when we're stuck in traffic later. I just want to make sure I have a full tank of gas. And then we ran to, well, first we went to Walgreens to see if they had sparklers. They did not have anything. So then we popped over to Hannaford and we grabbed sparklers, of course, last second. I thought I had some, but I must have thrown them away at some point. Anyway, so I got us some sparklers, and I also wanted to check, because I went there the other day, I'm making a meal that needs some fresh mango, and they were out of mango the other day. So I went ahead and grabbed 3 mango because they had some in stock. I am filming a what's for dinner video, and that will be up within the next couple of weeks, depending on when I finish my recipes, but they are delicious in my opinion so far. So I went ahead and did that. Let's see. And then just scrubbed the paint off of Sydney. She had so much fun doing their art class, and walked out with some sunglasses and leis and flags and things. So they made it fun for the kids, and she enjoyed it. So the plan is now, I've kind of decided that it's about 4:50 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and order us some Subway to pick up and head to the beach. We're gonna go to the beach super early, and that way we can play, hopefully find parking and not have any issues dealing with that, and just have fun. So that is the plan. We ended up hanging out with friends at the beach. The girls played in the ocean and with sparklers. We ate our Subway, and overall, it was an amazing 4th of July. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. We will be back with another one in just a couple of days. We'll see you later.
Everything's